Good night, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming to tonight's presentation. I want to start tonight with a question. What happens to our minds when we die? What really happens to our mindset when we pass from this earth? What really happens when we pass from this earth? Any funds that we have, money dies. It either goes back to the state or it goes to family members. Some of us may have life insurance policies, and those, unfortunately, are only used in the times of our passing. But what really is our mindset? Tonight is a success report tonight, and I want to take tonight to show persons, in the event that we collect our mindsets together, join our collaborative efforts together, we shall be able to achieve greatness. So on the screen, you have the cohort trading group TradeWin roadmap for all day night participants. It simply says, we trade, you connect, we earn together. A streamlined and simplified path to success. Now, on most often or not, persons remember originally we spoke about realizing the vision, taking action, and we introduced the element of stacks, stack 100, stack 250, stack 375, and stack 1500. We discussed those, but whatever happened to those first three stacks? Stack 1, stack 2, and stack 3. What happened to them? So let's start there. Tonight, we're going to be discussing success stories. And along with that, I'm going to show persons what success really means. Not what it looks like, what it really means. Okay? So this is a streamlined and simplified path to success. And we're going to discuss what does success mean, not what it looks like, mean. And I want person to really grasp what we're saying right now. Let this resonate in your minds, because as I've said in the group chat, okay, the cohort team, they know what is beneath funding night. They know what exists at the base of stacks. They know what really goes on when we do the real-time dilution of stacks. They can see it. They're right there with me. We're there collaborating, working on the tools, our skill sets, our family, this bond we've made. They're right there. So as I take a few steps back and I shift over into an advisory role, and we have two admin members in the cohort team who will take up said leadership of the team, where do we go from there? Okay. So where I want to start, what does success look like, is the success of those first three stacks. And I'm going to reveal something tonight that will show persons the benefits of waiting 20 weeks of making a deposit to Dingnite. We love stacks. We love the real-time dilution of them. You're going to see that later on tonight. I'm going to have a demo screen on the left-hand side and a live account on the right-hand side. I'm going to always trade with them at the same time for 10 minutes, showing you the element of what we can create. However, we must first determine what success means, not what it looks like. Success is not someone depositing $1 and can make $4. And I'm not being insensitive, but anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. What success looks like is 20 Barbadians coming together, forming a bond that you cannot even buy. Yeah, what the cohort team has put together is an awesome achievement. Yeah, and I am very humbled to be a part of that team. So let me show you what success looks like. What it means, my apologies. What does it mean? Okay, most of us have an idea of what success looks like because we read books, we see on television, we see it in movies. We go to school and we are fed. I've been told by one of the participants in Dingnite is that we as Barbadians, we are conditioned to think in a structured way. What is the minimum deposit? How long does it take to get funds back? How does the stock works? Can you add more than one person? Do we need multiple accounts? Those are structured and simplified and logical questions. They are. But what we're asking for is realizing that the cohort team, they know what it means to be successful because they're the ones behind actually tweaking and collaborating together to bring this to you. Okay. My job is to manage your expectations and realize that this is real work. This what we're presenting over the next couple of weeks, starting August 1st, didn't just happen overnight. We've been toying very, very, very hard work behind the scenes. Okay, so let's stop sharing this screen here. I want to share with you a graphic that shows you the success of those first three stacks, and then right after that, I'll discuss to you the power of what we've done with that. So we really want you to understand that this process works. We want you to realize that there are 20 Barbadians who are behind the scenes making sure it is sustainable. Our sustainable window is 5 years, and we want to make sure that we don't have any days of inactivity. We do not want to have any days of you reach out to one of us and you can't find us. In the event that we expand this opportunity across the borders of the world, we want to make sure persons know that this was grown and developed, tested, and it really caught on here in Barbados first. We didn't have to go to America, come up with a fancy name, and then come by here and market it as something, and then we hide and pretend that it was in Barbados. The Barbadians created it, but we are silent parts behind the scenes, and we are paying some of the company to be our front face. That's not what we did. Okay, so allow me a few moments to show you what success means to this team, and allowing you to follow us on this journey. We are going to invite you tonight to follow us on this journey. Okay, so what does a success mean to us? Let's do that. All right. So this is what success means. No, this is set in stone. This is facts, Legion. This graphic is not a hypothetical graphic. This actually happened. Okay. So this is the first success report. So I'm going to be showing you information that we've already been populating the group chat with. The first stack went available. There was no stack zero. So every Barbadian who put funds into this, there was no precedent. I want that to see. That's the first point, first nugget I want to let you know. Whenever you place funds in our hands, you may be asking yourself, how fast does the stack pay out? Is my account funded in pocket options? Oh, those are genuine and logical questions. Yes, that's fine. But one of the questions I want you to also ask yourself, what happens to the mindset of the cohort team when they know a Barbadian has put hard-earned funds into our hands? What do we do with it? Okay, so the first stack was open and it was available to Barbadians. It got off to a beautiful start of 250 US. Now, the first person actually deposited $500 billion to this. Okay, and this is back when stacks could have allowed multiple amounts. This was before we came out with the revised current 4 stacks we have now. Okay, that stack came to 2,045 US. Now, I cannot, for anonymity and security reasons, I cannot let you know how many persons and what amounts, because this was an open stack. So we're allowing those persons to be a part of this process, at the same time allowing you to know what the end result was. That's stack 1. Stack 2 now came about 190 US. Now, great thing about that, persons from stack 1 deposited to that stack. Stack 3 came to 65 US. Great. There was a hidden stack that was not advertised, it was not spoken about, stack 4. When you add all 3 of those stacks up, you come to 2,300 US. Now, we all know how stacks work, but in the event that persons are here for the very first time, let me just very, very briefly explain how this works. As you can see from the screen, very straightforward. Step one, the cohort team trades. That's all they do. Okay. They trade with their own personal funds, our own funds we're trading with. I'll explain to you why we do that in a second. Step two, you connect to us. Now we want to streamline this entire process. So we are going to be distributing complementary accounts that already have funds in them and they're already connected. You connect to us and then we connect to you. That's how it works. So we understand the financial terms that we're in, and we want to make sure that you can see this account actually turning over even before you get it into your hands. And this also includes all those persons that created their accounts themselves. It also includes when we connect the account, you would see the same thing. No. And number three, we earn together. So yes, the cohort team does benefit when you benefit. I'm a huge fan of incentive-based systems, okay? I do not believe it is fair that the cohort team are the ones who are doing the research, development, and the hard work for 2 years, and out of the goodness of their hearts, because they can't recall anything else besides that, making their skill sets available to you, participants, and allow you to connect your accounts to this, and you are benefiting dollar for dollar for what they make. Yeah. So we all earn together. Yeah. So there will be discussions internally when it comes to a connection fee and also a percentage sharing fee, but more on that in the weeks to come. But as of now, like I said, all those persons who are joining now will benefit from those 0 connection fees and 0% share elements. And that's one of the cool things about this entire process. Great. So we understand the process of trade for our team, connection, both entities, and we all earn together. Very streamlined process. So when a stack is diluted, any person who places funds into that first stack, into that very first one, those persons, how many number there were? Let's say, for example, there were 10 persons. All those funds of varying amounts, because this is our open stacks, then each person would have gotten 2,045. And the great thing about stacks is that they have a built-in money back guarantee in them. Once you make your deposit and that stack is diluted, you instantly get back your funds plus the total of everybody else's, regardless of what you give. Now that's how open stacks work. Okay. So when we trade for $2,043 of volume on trading, you're going to see that way. You're going to see what I mean by volume later on tonight. That is what all 10 persons get. And that is with an open stack. But now we've allowed this process to go a little bit more simpler and streamlined. Stacks are now a database system, meaning that the cohort team knows how many persons are in the stack, 10 maximum. Based on the name of the stack, they know what the person deposited. When that stack is diluted, everybody gets this exact amount times 10. Very simple, very straightforward, and there's no ambiguity. Yeah. So once you know that your stack is filled, you get real-time trades. And the moment that our team detects that they have outputted 10 times whatever the stack amount is, we log into your account and you get a ding, ding, check your account. And don't forget, every single trade that my team and I perform, you get it trade for trade. We're not hiding anything. No, I wanted to go a step further. I really wanted to push the envelope of these 3 open stacks. So for the entire day, even leading up to today, this announcement is allowing persons to understand those persons who've already deposited to these 3 stacks, stack 1, stack 2, and stack 3. You're going to benefit greatly. Let me explain to you why you're going to benefit greatly. Now, what if that every ding deposit day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, these specific stacks look back and see what the last balance was and start off there? I'll go a step further. What if these stacks were open to compound interest during that time? So that is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Stats are great. I'm not trying to be biased here, but we created them in all authenticity to allow persons to have some physical cash in their hands while waiting for those 2 weeks. Okay. So stats have a real-time component to them. So someone asked tonight, very, very, very wonderful guy, why is it if in the event that stats are diluted in real-time trades, every trade that we trade here at the cohort team, you receive, that means the stats can be diluted so quickly. What would be the purpose of waiting 20 weeks to receive the exact same amount? Is a valuable, decent question. It is. But I made a point. It is not the time, it's how this is done. These stats are performed using stat components. So what does that mean? Okay. All right. So let's say, for argument's sake, these 3 stacks were not open stacks. They were the end result of current stacks. They're not, because the values are so different. But let's say, for argument's sake, okay, those 10 persons each received 2,045 US. Now, this is what stat component looks like. All 10 persons before the stat is deleted, they thought with themselves, these are 10 serious, very mindful, compassionate, and collaborative Barbadians. They work together to a common goal. They're settled, and they said they're not going to touch their stat payouts for 3 rotations. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. When each of those persons take that 2,040 US, all 10 of them must agree. Any one person who decides that, well, I don't want to go along with the multitude, everyone must dilute. The 9 persons can't band together and carry on. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Those persons have the opportunity of restarting the stack all over again, plus 1 person, that's fine. However, this, what happens? Let's say all 10 persons decide they're going to go again. Great. They then redeposit that 2,040 US, and they go again. Their payout is no longer 2,045 US. Listen to this powerful stuff. Their payout, I have to find a better word, a payout actually. Their distribution amount, let me use that word, is now $20,450. And you're asking something, how can a person go from giving the cohort 15 team 2,040 US, and in a matter of, I would say, days, I want to give a realistic outline of this. Yeah, I don't want to put myself in any hot water here. Let's say in a matter of days, they take that 2,045 US, add it up 10 times, that becomes 20,450. That goes in the stack. Now, remember the graphic we just showed you just now, you connect to us as we trade. So as we set off to trade for that 20,450 target, you're there with us for every single trade. And not only that, the account is in your purview, is in your control. You can go into your account and withdraw at any given time. So as we are trading going to that amount, we don't need the balance to be $20,000. The balance only needs to be an amount that would substantiate, that will allow that one-to-one 100% trade. But any excess in your account, we encourage persons to withdraw them. Great. So that means now every person now has $20,450. They said 10 persons in his stack. They then decide, you know what? We agreed that we're going to do it 3 times. They did the first rotation. We tested Carl and his team. They're the real deal. They're the real deal. We got $12,040, each of us. We go again. We got 20,450 US. Let's say we agreed to go one more time. Every person decided to go one more time. Each of them then return 100% of that funds. Now, this is not under any, let's say, process on their end. That funds goes into a read-only Litecoin account. They can query the account and prove the funds are there, but they can't withdraw it because they all set out this will go for 3 times. It will rotate for 3 times. Now, we all know life happens. So we do not want a situation where something happens where someone accidentally copy and paste the wrong address, or something happens, if life happens, and that affects the transition of the stack being compounded. So that means that at this rotation now, each person then returns 20,450 US. And that happens now. And when that stack is paid out, when that stack is distributed, everyone goes home with $204,000, 500 US. Now, this is not imaginary. So this is mathematics, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not using Excel to show you this. I'm just following you through it through a mindset of information. So this is success. So this is set in stone. Is it anything that I can do to change this? This is reality. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Now we're adding 2 elements to that. Any person who contributed to the start 1, 2, and 3, the process of coming we're in the week. Okay. Wednesday, which is today, Thursday, which is tomorrow, and Friday are ding deposit days. So they are persons who made deposits today to our stacks. But you have to remember, ding night deposits are on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. So a person may be interested in placing funds to our stack, but the funds they put in came in on the 3 days that we open up for deposits. Now the person doesn't have to tell Carl, I want this deposit for a thing. That's how the system is set up. They may be interested in a stack. So you have to inform us which stack you want your funds to go to. That is voluntary. Your funds will not automatically go into a stack, ladies and gentlemen. If you make a deposit on the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, those amounts will be used towards your thing deposits distribution every 2 weeks. And every 20 weeks, it would eventually get to 10x. So how powerful is that? You're placing funds here to go towards the stack, but the network is still going to calculate that thing deposit up to 10 times, because that is the framework we want you to understand. Great. So let me explain mathematically how we do this. Okay, how do we even get this done in the first place? Yeah, how do we do this? So I said to one of the persons tonight, I don't want to talk. I want to show persons. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring up a demo screen on the left, and I'm going to bring up a real account that has real funds in it on the right. I'm going to do that for the next 10 minutes. Is no, I will start this at 9 p.m. and then I'll end it at 9:10. And what I'm going to invite some of my team members to join me. And what we're going to do, we're going to trade with demo funds on the left. So my team are going to say demo buy or demo sell. I will then place those funds, those trades in the demo part of the screen. And then they don't have to say real buy or real sell. Once they say buy or sell, I will put those trades on the right-hand side, which is the account that has the real funds in it. Okay. So I want person to understand this is how it works. Let you know, we're going to show you how we do this. Okay, you're going to see skill set, you're going to see timing, you're going to see all of that is required, but you're going to see camaraderie and process, how we're going to do it. So from 9 o'clock to 9:10, you're going to see my team show you how this is even possible. How can we take 2,450 US and then distribute that to 10 persons, and every person gets the exact same amount? No one is questioning, but did you get your thing? No, I got mine, but I got mine. You didn't get yours. There is no inconsistency. It is true across the board, the exact same effect for all persons. And the great thing about it is that we're not the ones actually who wrote the Pocket Option platform. We are just person who mastered the process of 5-second trading. That's all we did. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually log in both accounts now, and I'm going to invite the persons on the screen with me to actually trade along with me as well. So let's do this right now, and we'll bring that up. And I want to have a demo screen on the left, an account that has actual funds on the right hand side of the screen. Okay. So I'm going to say setting the screen. So you're going to see the account that has the real funds in it. That's when I have some indicators and so forth. On the left hand side, it's going to be a standard screen with a bar line and stochastic. Okay, all right, so let's do this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to invite my team to unmute their mics. I think I've set the Zoom to allow person to unmute themselves. Let me just make sure that setting is on. And let's see here. That feature is on. Yes, please. There you go. All right, so let me just share the screen. All right, so let's close this. Make sure person's seeing it. And then right after this, I have something to share concerning an acronym that I developed today. While showing me what to do, and we'll discuss that in right after this. All right, so I believe everyone can see my screen. All right, so we have on the left-hand side 10,000 US of virtual cash. Okay, I'm going to put on a stochastic here and oscillator, right? And I want to make sure that we are not seeing the area at the bottom, right? So the only thing you see on the left-hand side is lines and a stochastic. Both these screens are on automatic on American Express. Now, I'm going to change this to a minute. And I want to be trading with $100 on the left-hand side. No, actually 125 US. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to trade it with $1.25. So that means in reality, I am trading with 10 times what I am trading on the right-hand side. Okay. All right. So for the next 10 minutes, myself and my team, we're going to trade. And I want person to pay very close attention to the screen and realize how we do this. Okay. On the left-hand side, this amount of cash does not exist. This is just virtual money right over here. It doesn't exist. The account on the right-hand side has actual funds. Okay. And right when we finish here, I'll get to you what happens internally in my team. All right, team, go right ahead. Now I'm gonna jump in as well with some trades myself. Go right ahead. All right, so we're doing 1 minute trades on the right hand side, and so whenever my team says sell or buy, that is a real trade. I will put it on the right hand side here, right? So let's switch over here to 5-second trading. Got about one. Yeah. That is so cool.
Why? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put it back to 1 minute.
So
1 minute.
yeah.
Right. And back to 5 seconds. So I want person to look at the left-hand screen. Look at the left-hand screen, okay? Let's keep an eye on your screen. Let's keep an eye on your screen. This is 125 US. We're trading with $1.25 on the right-hand side. There's one person to understand this, okay?
Bye. Bye.
So
Mm-hmm. And we got both of them, yeah. Oh, we got both of them. Perfect. All right, so what happened just now is that my team are trading with real funds on the right hand side, $1.25, yes? On the left hand side is 125. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this is something that I want you to just pause, listen to what I'm saying, and listen to every word that comes out of my mouth. Okay, listen to every word that comes out of my mouth. Yeah, I want you to do that. When my team trades, listen very, very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. When my team trades, what you're seeing on the screen on Zooms is $1.25. That's what you see. For legal reasons or for anonymity reasons, we do not allow our public Zooms to show with real funds. We don't trade with anything above $2. You would never see us trading something like that on a live Zoom call. But behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, I have a pretty decent skill set. Okay. And I put that skill set to use with my team. I do that. Okay. And what I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, this team does not see virtual cash, which is on the left-hand side, or real funds. They do not see any difference. All they see is trades. So look at that. So all I can do is come over here now and place this on the left-hand side and place it on the right. I can do that. But if I can do that with my hands, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that as a person of our trading skill and acumen, we can develop a system that benefits not only the 20 Barbadians, ladies and gentlemen. Right. So this is what we do. This is our account here on the left-hand side. We're going to trade here. This is our account on the left. This is our account on the right. Okay. So I will come over here and let's say log in. And there's an account that we create a stacking example. Bridge at and this is what we do for you, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to create an account for you, put trades inside of it. So when we hand it to you, this is what's going to happen. This is how we can do it. My team has a specific skill set. We are very disciplined when it comes to 5-second trading. Okay. When we trade, all we're going to do is create an account. And place trades instead of it. So we are not going around and placing real accounts of 50 US. That will be to develop a methodology of our skill set. Yeah. Today, we had the first person the passionate participant who others follow suit. Between August 1st and August 8th, that person will be receiving multiple Litecoin to their own personal wallet, not even to Pocket Option, to their own personal wallet. Right. So this is a generic Pocket Option account that we created. Okay. We just created it. We just make sure the password is correct. Yes. Let's stop sharing for a quick second. Actually had it ready first thing. Right. No, this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, both these accounts have funds in them. Now, remember the graphic. The cohort team trades on the left. On the left, that is us. We're trading for ourselves. Yeah. Now, your account has 88,082 cents, much more than us. So this is a nice mathematical shift here. Our balance that we're trading with is less than yours. And when we trade, so I am not going to even show you the mechanism that this platform uses, because the platform Pocket Option has a feature that when we trade, it automatically pops up on the right-hand side. Let me show you that for a second. So both of these, let me put both of these on American Express. Right? And I'm going to change this to, it's on American Express. I'm going to change this to 5 seconds to show you it's not my hand doing it, it's the software. So this is going to be set to, when it comes up, 5 seconds. And the amount in here is going to be $9.11. So if I put a trade on the right hand side and they press any of these buttons, that is what will happen. But if these two accounts are linked and they press here at a sell at $1.25 at a sell, what happens? Then nothing happens over here. So that loss on this side didn't happen over here. It didn't copy, for lack of a word. It didn't copy. It didn't transact. Okay? It didn't automatically turn up on the right hand side. But this is what I have to watch my words very carefully, but I won't go past the line, but I'll just look at the line very intently. So I'm gonna come here and put this as $1.45, right? No, I'm gonna try to do this as fast as I can, my hands. And I'm gonna show you that my hands are in nowhere quick as this software, because this software is sending the signals to itself. So even as fast as Carl's hands can do it, so my team cannot log into every person's account. Somebody says buy and all of us buy at the same time. That is mathematically not even possible for time as well. All of us will have to be online at the same time. All of us have varying devices and so forth. So it is not ideal, it's not efficient, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So both of these are different amounts, but I'm gonna try my best to press buy on both ends at the same. I'll try my best. I'm gonna try to hit buy here and try buy over there. I'm gonna try my best to do that. Okay, buy and buy. Right? No, both of them lost. Let's do that again. But this time we're gonna sell. Because I want person to understand that the direction of the trade doesn't depend on the outcome. It depends that we are allowing you to connect our trades. The poster doesn't say automatically win. The poster doesn't say that. It allows you to connect to us. I'm going to sell and sell here at the same time. What happened there? The account on the left lost, but the account on the right won. But I thought that you're copying trades, but because I'm using my hands, ladies and gentlemen, the reverse works. I'm gonna hit buy here and sell there, buy and sell. So both of these are going in opposite directions. But my account won, but yours didn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you connect to us, you don't want that kind of irregularity. Someone in their interest to be quick end up pressing sell instead of buy. That is human error. So to eradicate all of that, we are using a system that this platform comes with. It's called social trading. Okay. So once I connect these two accounts together, whatever happens on the left happens on the right. That's how it works. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what we're going to allow you to benefit when it comes to the stat dilutions, allowing us that when we go to a certain level on the left-hand screen and we are trading, we are making funds and whatnot, we're having a great time, you benefit from that as well in real time. It instantly turns up in your account. No, that's for stacks. No, what about ding deposits? Okay, you're gonna get your deposit is gonna eventually come to 10 times the value over 20 weeks. But you're gonna have 20 weeks of those stacks feeding funds into your ding deposit and vice versa. There isn't anything stopping you from taking a ding deposit and placing it into a stack, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm trying to say to you is that you can take those funds from stacks, place them as ding deposit, and vice versa. You can take ding deposits and place them in the stacks. And the great thing about ding deposits, that is totally up to the transition element of us trading together every 2 weeks. How awesome is that? So, ladies and gentlemen, I really wanted to show you tangibly, let it sink in for a second. This is not dependent on you funding your account. We're going to be handing you accounts already funded and trading. So that handles that. In the event that you already have an account, we're going to assist you with that as well. So it does not matter if you create an account, hand it to us, or if we create an account and hand it to you. So that handles that. Stacks, we understand those are diluted in real time. I mean, we're showing you how real-time dilution works. You're showing it right before your eyes. What happens in the left happens in the right. And I'm trying to do this with my own hands. I want to try my best to do it. And I personally I'm not that fast machines, but all this factors, the speed of the machine and the speed of the person who's pressing the buttons. Now you can see I won on the left-hand side, but the one on the right-hand side, the cell went in not the same time. Because you can come here and look, they both won, but the time in which I placed those trades were not the same time. Look at two of those. Both of them are American Express, both of them are traded down 25 cents. But look at that. My trade went in here, right? Like in the section right here, right? But look at this one. This one went further down. If you look at it closely, this one, I put this one further down because I was trying to move my hand to the right hand side, and this platform is millisecond accurate. Millisecond accurate. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're connected to a team that not only has the skill set to get this done, they have the tools to make sure that they can research this platform and use the social trading form that eradicates the element of human error. Okay, so that is why our team is going to be in the future having a connection fee, a fee for you to connect to our trades. That's number one. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there will also be a system put in place that the funds you get, you share a percentage of the profits you get. A profit is when you subtract your deposit, anything after that is profit. That part of it will be there will be a percentage sharing system. Now, all persons who deposit between already are, that does not apply to you. So you have zero connection fees as well as zero profit sharing. You get to keep every single trade. You don't share anything with us. You don't pay us anything to connect. And until we put that into place, any person that you tell and they join between now and then, whenever my team decides to do it, will also benefit from that. So if you know this is a great opportunity, if you know this is the real deal, and we are showing you it's a real deal, we allow you to don't recruit. We don't want you to do that. We want you to invite persons to Zoom like this so they can see we are trading. This isn't some multi-level marketing company that pays you to go and recruit. You have no idea what the company is doing. Your sole objective is to get a person to a meeting and they can sign up and you get paid for bringing people. This is not that. This is not that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So those are the two things that we want to show. Now, persons were asking me about what happens to the Vision Infinity Fund. Now, the Vision Infinity Fund, unfortunately, due to the nature of it, I cannot indicate publicly how it's doing. If you want to know how well it's doing, make a deposit to it. That's as much as I can say to you. Because the very nature of it, we do not want to have brand confusion. Vision Infinity Fund is something that I'm doing myself personally. Yeah. So that way, no one confuses stock 1, 2, and 3 with that, or even stock 100, stock 250, stock 375, or stock 1500. I purposely rolled it back from the promoter. I would remind persons in the group chat like once in the blue moon, but it's still there. So if you want to ask about it, direct message me and I will go into greater detail. But for our success reports nights, unfortunately, I don't want to muddy the water with so much information. Okay, so there are two things we're focusing on, ladies and gentlemen. Ding deposits, which you get every 2 weeks for 20 weeks. It eventually gets to 10 times your deposit. That is Ding deposits. It's a structured a methodical way of earning. And the great thing about it is that you can get massive amounts of compound interest opportunities in there. Every 2 weeks, take whatever you're getting for the internet and place it into a stack. And those stacks are diluted in the time they're diluted. I don't want to give any time frame. Okay. How awesome is that? So if you know you want to join a specific stack any given day, use your Ding deposit distributions. Finally got it right. Every 2 weeks to do that. And you can do it in reverse. You can place a sizable Ding deposit, knowing that every 2 weeks you're essentially getting back your your deposit over and over and over again. Let's say you make a deposit of $1,000 Bajan dollars. That's $10,000 in 20 weeks. But every 2 weeks, you're gonna get 1,000. So the first thing, 2 weeks hence, you get back your $1,000, knowing that there are 9 more coming to you. And then you place that $1,000 into a stack. That stack is diluted, $10,000 for you. This is really great. I'm just brainstorming here, and that's ideally 10 times 10 is $100,000. That is one of the coolest ways you could combine things and stack to get $100,000 Bajan dollars. How awesome is that? You have 20 weeks. Every 2 weeks, you're gonna get $1,000. You take that $1,000, put it in the stack, and however long that stack takes to dilute, you're gonna get $10,000. How awesome is that? And you still have future dignates to come. And don't forget, the first dignate deposit is already programmed in. Every 2 weeks, you're gonna get it back. And what I love about this is that the cohort team, they just trade, and all they're doing is looking at the database system that we developed in the stack that we have now. So ladies and gentlemen, that will bring us to the end of the success report, showing you what happened with stack 1, 2, and 3. And at this point in time, persons are still depositing to stack 100, stack 250, and stack 375, and stack 1500. So I will actually post those updated numbers in the group chat between now and tomorrow. And then Friday, we will bring our dignate deposits to an end. However, at this point in time, I want to bring just the presentation part of tonight to an end, and then I'll open the floor for any constructive questions or comments.